the World Health Organization, WHO was established in 1948 by the United Nations. Our team of over 8,000 professionals include doctors, scientists, and managers. Together, we coordinate the world's response to health emergencies, promote well-being, prevent disease, and expand access to health care.
Since 7 October 2023, the escalating crisis in Israel and Palestine has caused large numbers of civilian deaths and injuries in the Gaza Strip, airstrikes and a lack of medical supplies, food, water, and fuel have virtually depleted on the health system. Attacks on health have been reported in Israel and Palestine, killing and injuring health workers and patients, and damaging health facilities and ambulance. WHO urges on parties to protect health and ensure safe access to health care for populations. To support the Palestinian people, you can contact with us through the telephone or through the website. You can donate directly to our fund. We appreciate all of your contribution. Can you tell me about your home country?
Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here and talk about what I've been concerned for many times, Gaza. I have been told my entire life that who I am, a Palestinian woman, is not real. I have been told my father doesn't have a birthplace in Palestine, but I'm here today to say Palestine is not really real, and the Palestinian people are here to stay and coexist in their own way have. I wish I could make everyone see that hate from either side is not good. I don't stand to hear people talk badly about Jewish people through all of this. It is definitely about humanity, not about religion. It's about freedom in Palestine.
So, what did you do to help Palestine?
Unfortunately, my Instagram has disabled me from posting my stories, especially when it is Palestine page. When I post about Palestine, I get immediately shadow banned, and almost 1 million views sees my posts and stories. This censorship is unacceptable, but I refuse to be silent. I want to decided to speak it up no matter the cost.
So, could you tell me about the situation of Palestinian people?
Iran has completely shut off telecommunications and electricity across Gaza, and ensure civilians can call ambulances. And medics are begging reporters to let them know where problems is happening. But reporters don't know either because of the internet outage. The people of Gaza have nowhere to go, children are dying.
Recently, I just have has canceled your job. So, what's opinion about it?
I don't feel losing modeling jobs, and I will continue to speak up for Palestine. I take it with the silence around our plight, and I'm more with all the mothers who have lost children, the children who cry along, and with all lost fathers, brothers, uncles, aunties, sisters, and friends who will never again walk this earth. Don't let us forget the pain, and neither will I.
So, could you say a message to our audience?
It's free Palestine until Palestine is free, and I won't stop talking about systematic oppressions and humilities that Palestinians face on regular basis. With only love in my heart and an open mind to educate myself, I still speak up for Palestine, no matter the cost.
Thank you for everything.
Experience.
I must say that all you read or all you see about Gaza on social media or in the internet was untrue, and it actually was. Uh, when I was there, was very shocked. Uh, in Gaza, there's a reason was that surrounded the whole city, and there are no electricity, there are no energy, there are no patron, there are no vehicles. The the IDF set fire to the vehicle, and we can ride at night.
What is the state of refugees?
It's very horrible, and there are no food, and the children must find food in the trash, and trash is everywhere. So I have told I've told you about there are no electricity, there are no petrol, and there are no energy. and the IDF tried to fire the vehicle. So yes, and I have to did 4 to 5 amputation a day, and I try to I retain that attack I can attack the limb to the child, but I can do anything, and that's caught that that's that very sad, and their parents that come to the hospital to to help to receive their the leg of their the leg or the arm of their child. And I there one thing I remember that I worked there a playground near the hospital. So in the third day or the second day I was there, this is the playground was bombed. So I, t- I remember that day 15 kids died, and that very sad.
What do you think Palestine people?
I think they are an incredible community, and they are very brave. Mm, I I witnessed a man who wake up from mid operation, and he start brave, and when I ask them, do you feel sorrow? Do you feel painful? What you think about the situation? Um, on I can see in their eye mm, was was the resentment. They just one piece. They don't hate the Israel people. They just want them to leave the Palestine alone. So they are on the next level. They uh, they think that the world brought them together, and on they
Can you give a message to our audiences?
our message is uh, we must share with the world. Oh, the Palestinian told me to tell the truth. Only just one is the truth. So I think that the IDF, the escape the truth. We don't need any army and any resistance. We have to tell the truth to the world, and we always need medicine, food, and warm clothes. So if you can donate to the KFO, and and we must share the the situation about Gaza to everyone, and that's all about my message.
Have a good day, everyone. My name is Mick Wallen, and I am a politician dedicated to advocate for justice and human rights. I firmly to support the Palestinian people because I believe in uh, their right to share.
Yes, for Palestine.
The U.S. is the biggest supporter of Israel. But we are convinced that Israel could not behave like this just without the support and complicity of the European Union. It's really important to them, and we have to stop that. You point about forgetting, of course. I do not believe that we are going to forget, and we are never going to forget the Europe were silent, and that they stood by apartheid state of Israel against an Palestinian. The people often of Europe are not going to forget that. One, the issue of protest. People often protest when issues fresh and things happen. But the important thing about protest is that is the not stop. You have to keep at it relentlessly You don't not stop.
What happened to your parents?
I was born in about a mile away from Gaza, and when I was 14, we moved to even nearest community to the Gaza border, and we lost contact with my parents on October the 7th early morning, and in the afternoon, we learned from one of the neighbors that their house was burned into ash, and he found two bodies inside. And on that day, I lost many of my childhood friends, their parents, their children, and it was the most dark in my life. And 2 days after, my young brother asked the family to send a universal message from our old tragedy, and he wants this message to be that we are seeking no revenge. And in the same day, Aziz contacted me on Facebook, and I lost my parents, but I want a friend, I want a partner, and I want a brother to be. And since that day, we've been working very hard to create and bring a new vision, a vision of hope, a vision of peace. And this is what we come here to do and say in DC, that the future cannot and should not look like the present. The future must be a better future, and we are ready and eager to make it this way.
What's Prime Minister Netanyahu didn't talk about, and what do you feel needs to happen right now, and how unusual and not unusual is that you are in demands that the war end and the Israel's assault on Gaza ends, and as a hostage, Iran's hostage family.
I can definitely tell you what he was never done. He never called any of the bereaved family of October 7, not him or not anyone from his government. They didn't come the Shiva, the Jewish way of mourning. They didn't send us a condolence letter and a card. They didn't come, they didn't show, like they didn't show on October 7. Netanyahu and his government are accountable and responsible to my parents' death. They are responsible and accountable to October 7, and he never accepted this and took this accountability. And I was surprised and shocked from the member of the Congress that they are not forcing him to take responsibility and accountability to his fellow leadership. And this is what we came here to offer a new vision. And Netanyahu lost the people of Israel before October 7. The protests were should Netanyahu resign or not, but now there is a growing protest that Netanyahu resign before the war ends or after the war ends. And Netanyahu right and robber on war on revenge. And we are here to say to the American people that Netanyahu lost the people of Israel. 72% of the Jewish Israelis were Netanyahu to resign. 16% of Jewish Israelis believe in a complete resolution that will be supported and championed by the U.S. Resolution that would lead to establishment of the Palestinian state and a normalization with the Arab world. And this is where the people of Israel were. And we are here to say and to represent a growing movement. This moment that believe the world must end and complete resolution must start now. We cannot wait because the sorrow, the pain, we cannot take it anymore. We cannot suffer more and we deserve a better life, a normal life and a better future.
Why does Vietnam support Palestine?
Việt Nam support Palestine fought by civil war by resistance, powered by countries that have experienced colonialism and conflict. With agent a strong point of solidarity, Vietnam emphasized with Palestine's struggle for independence and self-determination. Reaction is our history. Vietnam also support the international law, human rights, which apply with supporting their Palestinian cause.
How can we support to support Palestine?
Firstly, raising awareness about the the role of social media and educative events that can help inform more people. Secondly, by advocating for political action by contesting with representative and urging them to support Palestine rights if Israel donating to reputable organization providing humanitarian aid in Gaza but can directly